Assalamu alaikum. This is your computer science teacher Sarfawad Akhtar Ansari, and today we study about the cryptocurrency and the blockchain. So let's start. So first of all, we must understand what the currency is. Basically, when you go outside and you want to buy something, so what do? You just take out your wallet and take out the money from it, and then give it to the salesperson, and then he give you good in return. So basically, you're exchanging the goods and services, right? So this is how the business works. So wherever you are working, it doesn't matter where, in which country you are, it does not matter. Or even it does not matter that how do you pay. Like, let's suppose if you're online buying something, so you provide your credit card or the debit card details, and in exchange you receive the pop out that you will receive the goods soon. So this is what the currency is basically. So system of money in general used in a particular country, like there are different kind of currencies that you are aware of it, like in Pakistan we use PKR, and in US you used to call it USD dollar, or in England you call it pound. So there are different types of currencies. So this is how the people used to do business, the exchange of goods and services. So types of currencies. First of all, let's understand the types of currencies according to the Cambridge syllabus. So basically we study 4 types of currencies. One is a fiat currency, other is digital currency, next is a virtual, and after that is a cryptocurrency. So let's study each currency. So what is a fiat currency? Basically it gives a central bank greater control, like state bank is situated in almost all countries. It means every country has got their own state bank, and the state bank issues the authorities and issues the rules and regulations to different banks of the city or the country. So basically it controls the working of the money or the currency, that how the currency will regulate, or the design of the notes, means design of the currency, and marking on the currency, like it could be the stamp or it could be the serial number, whatever the currency it belongs to the country. And it will be written the currency, like if it is $1, so it will be written 1, and it could be 50 rupees, so it could be 50 printed on it. So this, all of the things, designing and the printing stuff, is related with the fiat currency. So the juice of the content is the central banks or the state banks used to control all of these things in their hand. So next is a digital currency. Of course, as the name indicates, digital means it is the untangible device, or you may call it untouchable form, and it is in an electronic form, or you may also call it e-currency. So digital currency or electronic currency, like you may that I told you at the beginning, that you may use debit card or credit card if you are purchasing something online, or if you are physically purchasing something and you are out of money, so you just take out your wallet and take out your debit or credit card and then pay via these services. So this is what the digital currency is. Next is a virtual currency. So it is also a digital currency, but it has got a broader range. Like you may call it a type of unregulated digital currency that is not issued or controlled by a central bank. Like in the digital currency, I told you about the debit card and the credit card, but the debit and credit cards also rely on the central banking system. Like if central bank blocks it or their server is down, so you cannot do sale purchase, or you cannot buy the services. So virtual currency could be regulated by the central bank or unregulated. So we can just discuss the type of unregulated digital currency, that is not issued or controlled by the central bank. Like you have heard the term Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum. So there are many other virtual currencies that we will study timely. So there's another term that we see, that virtual currency can be either centralized or decentralized, means it can be controlled or it cannot be controlled by the central banks. So we will just discuss later on. Next is a cryptocurrency. So you may see that how do we write it, or how do we express it. Cryptocurrency or crypto. So it is any form of currency that exists only digitally, or virtually, definitely it does not have any physical form. So it is a digital currency, but it relies, or it falls in the category of the crypto. And why do we call it cryptocurrency? Because it has got some complex algorithm for the security of the cryptocurrency. So that is why we used to call as cryptography as well. So the cryptocurrency is backed up or protected by the cryptography and algorithm, a complex algorithm which is used to secure the transaction. So this is why do we call it cryptocurrency, and it does not have any central controlling issue, or it is not regulated by the banks. So it can be, we can call it a decentralized system, and we discuss in detail further on. So what types of cryptocurrencies are there? So this is just for the example. You do not need to learn all of these names. You just need to be aware of it, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and there are many other their cryptocurrencies are there. So we are not going on detail of all the cryptocurrencies. This is just for the knowledge that you may write as an example in your answers. So these are the cryptocurrencies, types of cryptocurrencies. Next question appears like as we discussed that it is called cryptocurrency because it contains a complex algorithm which is used to protect it, which is called cryptography. So the question is that do all cryptocurrencies use the same encryption algorithm like Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum? So the answer is no, because every kind of cryptocurrency uses their own blockchain that we will study later, and they have got own protection algorithms. So for example, Bitcoin and Litecoin use different cryptography algorithms. For example, Bitcoin uses SHA-256 encryption algorithm and Litecoin uses script. So all of the cryptocurrencies have got their own protection complex algorithms. So all of the encryption algorithm or cryptography is a bit different. Next question is why Bitcoin is popular. So it just introduced in 2009 by a person named Satoshi Nakamoto, and he created the Bitcoin behind the logic that there should be a cryptography behind the transaction, that there should no any central bank behind it, or nobody used to control it. So that is why it being developed. Now, next thing is that we discussed the virtual currency, that the virtual currency has got two branches. One is centralized and the other is decentralized. So what does the centralized mean? So centralized, as I told you, that it is controlled by the government, it is regulated by the government, and means the central bank. I refer to the word central banks. So central banks issues authority and rules and regulations and do's and don'ts in the currencies. So this is what the one point is. So this is also called a digital asset. Next is point is centralized cryptocurrency exchanges include what is the exchange means, like you are going to Turkey and you have got dollars, but in Turkey you cannot do the transaction in dollars in some areas, in particular areas. So let's suppose the people wants the Turkey people wants you to wants you to buy the things in the Turkish currency. So what do? You do not have Turkish currency and you have got dollars. So what do? You go to the money exchange and they will exchange your dollars with the Turkish currency. Then you can easily buy the things in the Turkey. So this is a exchange. So in the same way, cryptocurrency has also got exchange, and there are the centralized cryptocurrency exchanges. Centralized means the central bank or the government controls the digital currency or virtual currency, so the users can convert their cryptocurrencies into their own currency whenever required. So there are many websites like Bitfinex, Coinbase, Gemini, and other websites that provides you the facility to convert your, for example, Bitcoin into the USD or PKR or pound, or convert your PKR USD or pound into the Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. So this is what it means. Next is decentralized. So decentralized, of course, that nobody used to rule the cryptocurrency and nobody can used to rule the currency. So this is what a decentralized mean, that it is the alternative to the centralized exchange, which no single entity is in charge of the asset. like nobody has got the right to control someone else's currency. So it is a free form. So this is how it works. Second thing, in the decentralized, we introduce the word smart contracts. So what is a smart contracts, we will discuss in detail later on, but just a glimpse of it. So smart contract and decentralized applications are used to automate transaction and trades. Like you want to download an application which provides you the facility to convert your currencies into any other form using the smart contracts. So a smart contract is there, so you do not need to worry about any third party. So this method is considered to be safe because there is no security breach is possible, and smart contract basically is an algorithm or the program. So we'll discuss in detail. So the purpose of making the smart contract is to provide further more security if you are using any applications for the decentralized system. Alright, now these are the pros and cons of the centralized and decentralized. So let's discuss in detail about the centralized system, pros and cons. So what are the pros? That user-friendly interface, because when you log into the website, you will start learning yourself what to do, which option do you need to click. And there is another option of the security, that added layer of security and trustworthiness. Means there are different layers, like algorithms are complex algorithms are there to provide you the security that no one can breach or no one can intervene in your currency exchange. And cons are highly vulnerable to hacking or cybersecurity threats. It is difficult to crack the code, but timely might be possible. The people get more advanced and they can easily furthermore crack the code. So this is what it means, because normally people think that the virtual currency cannot be hacked or cannot be breached. So it can be breached, and it is difficult now, but in future definitely the things becomes more easy. So maybe possible the people get advanced and they can furthermore easily break the codes. Next is charges, service fees. Like if you are converting your currency into the other currency, so definitely you will need to pay some fees for the services that the website is offering. And it is controlled by a centralized entity, so it can be shut down in theory. Means like the government has got the rule, or the central bank has got the rule that they can shut down the stuff if they think that it is unnecessary or any kind of reason. So it can be just turn it off. Next is a decentralized system. So what are the pros of it? It is completely private and anonymous, because there is no third party. There is one user and the second user. This is it. And fees are redistributed to liquidity providers, not to a centralized entity. Means whatever the fees charges, it will be redistributed to the providers, the service, the people who are providing the service. So it will be redistributed to liquidity. Next is a decentralized cons. So trading in fiat currency is not permitted. Means you are not allowed to use any physical currency or fiat currency. So it's not permitted. Like you cannot have the any other country's currency or any other fiat currency. So you may not use it in any sort of transaction. Next is starting blockchain-based cryptographies can be a problem for people who are not tech savvy. Like if you have no idea that how does the blockchain work or what is the cryptocurrency, then you are not referred to use this system because you have no idea what to do. Next is a token, another term. So token is like when you have a money, of course you can buy a car, and when you have a car, when you bought it, so you need to take care of it. You need to just babysit your car. You just take care of its maintenance and everything. So you spend extra money of it because it is your property, so you have to deal all of this stuff. And let's suppose you want to travel and you do not have enough money, and you want to travel instantly, so you may go to a rent-a-car service and pay a rent of a car and then do the traveling. So you do not have any maintenance tension or any other issues regarding the car. So this is what you do. You just pay a rent to a service. You just rent to a service provider, and this rent is known as a token basically, because you do not buy something, but you are paying a money for a service that the service provider is giving you. So this is just a token. Alright, so what is a coin and token? So you may feel the difference, like coin, so like Bitcoin or Litecoin, it refers to the cryptocurrency or the digital currency or the virtual currency. So it could be in a form of a digital, virtual or cryptocurrency, and you create your own blockchain. And how will you do it? We will discuss it later on. And it is a sort of payment. Of course, you want to pay a person, so if he accepts your payment in the form of a cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, so you may pay the charges. And what is a token? Basically, it is a digital asset that is issued on a particular project. Like you may use a token for any sort of transaction, and it does not need to operate on its own blockchain. It does not definitely have a blockchain to be operated, so it does not need. It is used to sign digital agreements, like when you do the agreement for purchasing a property, like such as purchasing a house or you're buying a car. So you have got to sign the agreement, the terms and conditions. So this is kind of a digital agreement, so you may call it. And there's an example like crypto token are Tron, Byterm, and VeChain. There are many other applications which we can say that these are the crypto tokens. Even you may search on the net, you will get further more details. Next question is where to keep the cryptocurrency. Okay, you got the cryptocurrency. Now where do we use it? Where do you save it? Where do you keep it? So unlike the normal wallet that you put your all the money, credit card, debit card, all of this stuff, so crypto wallets, there is a term that we use to keep the cryptocurrency. So crypto wallets are provided by the services that you choose. So you can keep your cryptocurrency in the wallet, and it is totally secured, and it also have got some sort of password. So you may change your password periodically, or you may just keep it safe. So the crypto wallet or the e-wallet or the digital wallet, you may call it, so it provides you the service that you can receive or send cryptocurrencies. Okay, now next topic is the blockchain. So blockchain, as the name indicates, there is something referring to the blocks. So what is a blockchain basically? So blockchain, we can say that it is a technology that underpins the cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is not the only version of the blockchain distributed ledger. What are these terms? These are the text-heavy terms, but we will understand it step by step. So don't worry that what is a distributed ledger and what is the blockchain. So basically there are many cryptocurrencies that we discussed earlier, like the Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and there are many others. So every cryptocurrency has got their own blockchain along with their own complex crypto algorithm. So this is what is. So we can say that blockchain is a technology that underpins the cryptocurrency such as the Bitcoin. So you may write any other example. You often heard the word Bitcoin because it is common and it is so much popular, and it is in the trade. It is in the trend. So you may search furthermore for the Bitcoin. Now next is the applications of the blockchain. So there are many applications like cryptocurrency. You may use blockchain in the cryptocurrency. And there is a thing that we discussed, the contract, which is called a smart contract. So what is a smart contract basically? So a smart contract is like, unlike your normal routine life contract that you sign for the job, or you sign for your business details, you sign for any exchange of goods and services. So this is what a contract is. So the smart contracts works like the same. So it is a self-executing contract code, and it executes when the buyer and sellers agrees on it. So it is a program or the algorithm or the code that contains the agreements and all the details for the decentralized blockchain network. And the code controls the execution, and transactions are trackable and irreversible, because of course it cannot be it cannot be revealed by any third party. So the code controls the execution, that how does it work, what and when. And transactions are trackable. You may track your transactions, and irreversible, like if you do not want to work with the person, you may just go back. So but this could be done in the contract. So it basically depends upon your mutual understanding that how will you do the business. So this is what the smart contract is. Next, furthermore, blockchain applications, research facility, like any other medical research or any scientific research, you may use it. So it could be used in the blockchain. It could be used in the politics because blockchain is not just connected with the virtual or digital currency or the cryptocurrency, but blockchain refers to any other real life scenarios as well. So politics also contains the blockchain. Even the education has got the blockchain. So like it works like this. So we cannot just hold it for the digital world or the virtual world. We can see all around us that there is some sort of blockchain. Like you go to the shop and you want a packet of cookie. So how does this cookie comes from the market or from the factory? So the factory has got people which is called labor who are making these cookies and doing all the cooking stuff or the baking stuff, and then this is passed through the perfection process where it could be checked, and if there is any defective cookie, it could be rolled out, and then it goes, after the checking, it goes to the packaging, and after the packaging it goes for the packing stuff in the cartons, and then after that it goes for the distribution, and then distribution happens in the locality area wise, that in which areas you will supply your cookies, and then it comes to the shop. So this is called the blockchain basically. So technically how does this work? Blockchain, how does this work? So let's suppose we have got 4 friends, Muhammad, Ali, Abu Bakr and Usman. So what happens that they are planning for a trip, and Muhammad is paying for the friends, and rest of the friends think that we should contribute, because we cannot just put the burden on Muhammad, so they are all dividing the expenses. So let's suppose Ali transfers the money to Muhammad's account using online banking services, but when Abu Bakr and Usman transfers the amount in the Muhammad's account, so they got an error. And there could be any possibility that why it is happening, why the error occurs. So it could be the bank server down, it could be like bank account hacked, or payment transfer fees, or it could be like limitation of the payment, like you cannot transfer your fees in the particular limit. So there could be any reasons. So of course technical issues are always there, so we just keep in our mind. So instead the banking service, all the friends decide to use the cryptocurrency. So let's suppose Muhammad has got 10 bitcoins in his account already, and Ali has got 5 bitcoins in his crypto wallet, Abu Bakr has got 7 bitcoins in his crypto wallet, and Usman has got 8 bitcoins in his crypto wallets. So instead of banking service or the banking transfers, they use cryptography for the transfer of payments. So all of these friends have got their bitcoins in their crypto wallet already. Now next thing is that Ali transfers 3 bitcoins to Muhammad's crypto wallet, right? And there is a code generated which is called the hash, and it is generated automatically by the complex algorithm, and the code is A4F8. This is the code. And what does the previous hash means? Because this is the first block of the transaction, so it does not have any previous hash. Pretty simple. So the transaction between them is encrypted and stored in this block. So this block is known as the Genesis block, because it does not have any previous block. It is the beginning of the blockchain. So that is why it is called the Genesis block. Next step. Ali transferred 3 bitcoin to Muhammad. Now Muhammad has got 13 bitcoins. Earlier Muhammad has got 10 bitcoins in his crypto wallet. Now Ali had 5 bitcoins and he transferred 3 bitcoins, and Ali has got 2 bitcoins. So now, whereas Abu Bakr and Usman does not perform any transaction, so they have got their bitcoins saved in the crypto wallet. Now Abu Bakr sends 3 bitcoin to Muhammad, and Muhammad has now 16 bitcoins in his crypto wallet. Ali has 2 bitcoins, whereas Abu Bakr has 4 bitcoin, because Abu Bakr already transferred 3 bitcoin to Muhammad's account, Muhammad's bitcoin crypto wallet. And Usman has 8 bitcoins because he has not performed any transaction. So the hash code has been generated for the Alice transaction, which is A4F8, and there is no previous hash because this is called the Genesis block. After this, another block created because Abu Bakr has started the transferring of the cryptocurrency. So the hash of the Abu Bakr's block is 2E8A. This is generated by the complex algorithm, which is called the cryptography as well. And now the new block of Abu Bakr's block has got the previous hash information. And what is the previous hash information? Is Ali's block, which is A4F8. So these are related to each other. Note that the block holds the number of bitcoins each friend has, and also keep in mind whenever a new block is created, an encryption algorithm creates a new hash value which includes a timestamp which identifies when an event actually takes place. So this is pretty much fair to the users. Now next, Usman has done his transferring the bitcoins from his wallet to Muhammad's wallet, and now you may see that their hash is generating along with the previous hash information, and this cycle will keep going on. And you may note that all boxes are linked together, and this chain of records or the blocks is known as the ledger. Now you can see that all of the boxes has got the information, and now if you suppose that block 2 is changed in some way, which is Abu Bakr's block, and someone tried to change this in this block, and any changes to the data within block 2 will cause the value of the hash to change. It will no longer have the value of 2E8A because the changes made the algorithm work against its nature. So when you just do some sort of changing, its hash value will also change. This means that block 3 and beyond will now be invalid because the chain was broken between the block 2 and block 3. So previous hashes are no longer exist, and the block 3 is no longer valid. Now all of these boxes are connected to each other, and now all of these friends have got their own blockchain information. Muhammad, Ali, Abu Bakr, Usman has got their blockchain information, and now this blockchain information is connected with each participant. So this is called the public distributed ledger, because all of these individuals or all of these entities have got their own blockchain information. So it is now publicly distributed, so that is why it is called public distributed ledger. We also call it PDL in a short form. Next, if the hacker wants to try to access these blockchains, so it is impossible. Why? Because each participant has a copy of a ledger. If one copy changes, the other copy denies the changes, and data is encrypted with the algorithm, so it is difficult for the hacker to reach each blockchain at the same time. It is difficult for the hacker to attack each blockchain at the same time, so it is pretty tough. So it is a common observation, and it is commonly seen that cryptocurrencies transactions takes place around the globe. Everyone is almost using the cryptocurrencies. The people who get a good knowledge of the cryptocurrencies transactions, so they are using the crypto wallets and buying and selling the products and the things. So all these transactions are happening or performing throughout the globe. So these transactions are validated and then added block by block. Means every transaction that is happening in the globe, so each people has got this information which is a part of that particular blockchain. If there are 1,000 people who are using Bitcoin, so they have got their Bitcoin blockchain information. If the people are 1,000 people are performing the cryptocurrencies in the Ethereum, so Ethereum, they have got the Ethereum blockchain information. So every cryptocurrency has got their own blockchain, so we cannot mix them together. So all the transactions, whether they are different cryptocurrencies, so all of these cryptocurrencies and the blocks must be validated, and then the information is added block by block. So it is after the validation, it will be added block by block. Now, who is this guy? He will tell himself, I think. Hi, this is Umar, and my task is to validate blocks. I am called miner. So this is a guy who does the mining. And what is the mining basically, and why does he validate the blocks? So basically he validates all the blocks. This is his job, that he must validate all the blocks, and then after the validation he will add them to the blockchain, and this process is called the mining. That is why he is a miner. Whoever miner does it first, he will be rewarded with some cryptocurrency, for example 5 bitcoins, because he is doing his job well and he is performing all the validations and adding to the block and entire mining process. So he is investing his time and efficiency. So this is basically a reward, that whoever miner does it first, he will be rewarded some cryptocurrency. So this process is called the proof of work, because after the validating, adding the blocks in the blockchain, after the mining process and each and everything, this entire process is called the proof of work. That is how wallets get updated when you perform any transaction. If you spend 5 bitcoin, if you spend 2 bitcoin, if you spend 10 bitcoin, so whatever the balance is remaining, this is how your wallets gets updated. And if you see that the whole process of creating new blocks is slowed down, which for the hacker, like of course it requires some time frame, like it is not instantly happening, but it gives some sort of break, like such as for example 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It could be a break definitely to hold down the hacker. So it also means that the currency is regulated by all the network computers, because sometimes it takes time to update all the computers. So this makes it almost impossible to hack into the blockchain. This is another reason, because it would be necessary to attack every single block in the chain at the same time, because all of the blocks, let's suppose all the 1,000 computers are connected and they are performing the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and they have been added to the blockchain. So each of the computer must be attacked at the same time at the same block according to the blockchains. So this could be very difficult. So it takes only one block to break the line of foreign transaction to be terminated, but it is impossible now. But in future maybe possible, it could be breachable, but now it is not breakable. So what happens when a new block is created? It is sent to each computer in the blockchain. So you may say that whenever the block is created, it is sent to all of the participants. So now you can see it here. All of the computers have got their blocks into the blockchain, and before adding, you know that it should be checked for the correctness before adding. Now you can see that the blocks are not connected, but it is in the checking process. When the blocks are verified, then it will be added to the blockchain. So all of the computers, it could be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, n number of computers, so they will have got their own block, and they become a part of the blockchain. And if a new network user is created, they get a copy of everything in the whole blockchain system. This is pretty much fair, because if a new user is introduced in the blockchain, so this is a right of the user to get the information what had happened in the past. So all of the information will be sent in the form of a copy to the new user. So after all of this thing, or after all of this discussion, how can we define blockchain? So there are many different perspectives. Like, this is a system in which a record of transactions made in a Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies, right? And it works in a peer-to-peer network. And what is a peer-to-peer network? Basically, it is a network in which all computers are connected together and all computers works like a server. No computer is above the other, means no computer has got the right. So all of these computers are like behaving the boss of their own blockchain. Another is that blockchain is a digitally distributed decentralized system or a public ledger that exists across the network. So now how can we define blockchain furthermore? So you may say blockchain is a shared or immutable ledger that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking the assets in a business. You may also say that blockchain is a type of distributed ledger that contains a growing list of records called blocks and that are securely linked together. Another perspective is that blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of a transaction that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of a computer system on the blockchain. I hope you understood the concept of the blockchain and the cryptocurrency, but if you have got any question, you may ask me on the WhatsApp and we may have a nice discussion over the topic. See you right there in the next video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Allah Hafiz.